What's up, YouTube? Today we have another update. I am 1 week late, I suppose. My last update was 2 weeks ago, I believe. And I mean, it is what it is. But let's hop right on. Right off the bat, actually, let me show you. I mean, I can guess I stopped using the Oblivious mod. We're still at 1800. Now, admittedly, I did kind of go on a bit of a losing streak. I was kind of tilted. I was doing relatively badly. If we go back by another week. Yeah, I was getting a lot of like issues with just buffers. I was missing a lot of buffers, strangely enough. Um, Probably just related to me being tired overall, like I was definitely not sleeping all that well, and etc. And yeah, now actually, even one more week back, yeah, this was like last time, and then we got it back. I'm probably not gonna play much, mostly because I need to prepare for my exams. But the actually important thing, so gameplay wise, I haven't noticed much of anything. I don't know, I'm just kind of been coasting because what I've actually been doing is, boom, prepare coding, and not for university. This is not related to that, but it's for a Street Fighter 6 mod. So this is a mod I started like 5-6 months ago, and the idea was initially I had this randomizer, which I don't have right now. And this is another training mode parameters thing, which I'll show in game though, which is more effective. So basically, first I'll show you the little tiny unimportant thing. So this is game speed. So in the game you have a 50% setting, right? And a 100% and a 50%, which barely works too. Weirdly enough. What the fuck? I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't work. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe my mob broke it. It doesn't work anymore. Anyway, this allows you to change it to whatever, from 50% to 150%. And those are the options because holy shit, her animation looks fucking whack, bro. What the fuck? I never realized that was the case. And the reason is that the in-game settings just allow for that many. Anyway, the important thing is the training mode parameters, right? So, for example, you can change this live, right? And for the health, it's not that interesting because the game, the way it only allows you to change in like percentages. So this is basically just mirroring what the game has, but obviously, easier to do. But the interesting stuff is the drives, which it's not just stocks. If you disable this, you can change these in between, right? That's the cool thing. So you can start just like this without having to save state and whatnot. That's really nice. So with characters, you can even make it point wise, so you can adjust like units. This is mostly just like an ease of use kind of situation. You can even do burnout. They're the same thing. And then same with super, right? Super is really interesting to have. I should probably make it so it started off with 3 now that I think about it. But yeah, so you can be like, oh, maybe I have a little bit more. And again, you can usually emulate this. But yeah. And then you have, you can change these kind of the installs, and with the installs you can also set a maximum thing. The way I have it set up right now is not that ideal, because technically if you reset it, oh no, it doesn't. That's weird. Did I rechange it again? I might have just fixed that as well. Actually, you know, to think about it. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I did address that so that I fixed it intentionally. Alright, that's good to know. And also with the shuriken things, like for the ones that aren't timers, but that are things, you can kind of set them to whatever you need them to. As you can see, the cans, right? You can also have them infinite. Trust that it works. Let me just reset that. And then the last thing, which is kind of maybe the most important one, or the coolest one in my opinion, is that you can change. So you know how in the game you generally just start in the corners or like here. So with this, what you can do is that you can set them, for example, point blank. So they start point blank in the screen, mid-screen. You have these presets. For example, this throw the tech distance. You have like this as well, a bit closer, mid-range. That's not mid-range. What the fuck happened here? Yeah, I don't know. So sometimes it can be buggy. I don't know exactly what the fuck's going on. Maybe. Okay, maybe this doesn't properly trigger that. Actually, I think about it. Yes, I see. So this reset button that I use is not proper. I guess I'll have to fix that. Anyway. Point being, you can adjust that, and it's set up in a way that you can do it in both directions. But it's not just that. You can also change where the pivot point is. So for example, if I want to do zoning at this, or like, let me do far range, I want to start here. So I have both the option to, again, start at these like 12 to 12 intervals, right? And you can change the position of the center pivot. For example, if I do 0, right, I start with the in between of the characters at 0. But I can also do left player pivot, and and you can also do right player pivot, and then you can also use proper like values, and you can have absolute position, so again, or you can have like distance from left corner and distance from right corner. So this is kind of what I've been doing, and this is mostly just a precursor to me having the randomizer, right? So I now know how to change all these values, right? How to have them fixed, and now the idea is to have the randomizer so that you can randomize all these values. And I won't delve into the specifics as to why. I mean, I'll probably, when I release this mod, I'll make a YouTube guide regarding like for it. But the idea, for example, is like today I was doing some nice drills against Kimberly, right? So I'm doing these drills. And say I have a randomized, say she has low HP, right? And it's like just random values. And oh shit. And now what I can do is kind of train myself to be able to recognize that immediately and be like, okay, maybe I'm in kill range. Maybe I should spend a bit more meter to get in the corner, to just make your guess right, to get throw loops started. Maybe it's worth it to just get the cheapest knockdown possible and maybe back off. I mean, I wouldn't generally do that. Might be the option. And yeah, or maybe here in this situation you're like, okay, I need to be really careful to not press, because obviously, to try to react, because you don't want to get fucked by that move. So you try to just focus on reacting to the thing. Yeah, and point being, that's kind of what I was trying to do. There are a couple bugs here and there. Technically, I do have a kind of preview of the randomizer, which is the one I had, and this is actually where it started all. But this only works for the HP and the other things, so I need to do this, I believe. And yeah, as you can see, it just randomizes the values, and you can enable P1. In health bounds, you can kind of choose from where to where, from what value to what value. Same with stocks, same with super. You can choose the bounds, and obviously, I learned a lot from there, like from when I did this to now, so yeah, I can definitely make this a little bit better. It's gotta just take time. It's mostly just busy work, like it's nothing complex. I mean, at this point, right, where I figured out how to change all the parameters, it's just like busy work, and it's kind of annoying. Hopefully, maybe I can just feed the shit to an LLM and just have it do that. But yeah, that's pretty much my update. Not really gameplay related. Gameplay wise, again, I've been kind of stalling. I have practiced a bit of DJ driver checks. I've been doing a lot of drills regarding that. Like for that, it's like, oh wait, he's starting off with low HP, low drive. Yeah, because I realize I struggle a lot when players just do random, they can just driver chat you, and so that kind of helps. And plus with Viper, like her driver checks are not that good in my experience. Oh, what the fuck? Especially when they do it, there's a close range, like. And yeah, that's kind of it. But yeah, other than that, I don't know. I've just been kind of playing like ass. I'll be completely honest. These couple of weeks I've been just playing pretty poorly. And yeah, that's that. Realistically, I hope you, I don't know, found this somewhat informative and maybe are looking forward to the mod. And yeah, have a nice day.